Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Westside High School here at Warrior Field. We have our matchup today between the Westside Warriors and the Papio-LaVista South Titans. We've got a great weather out here, little wind, Aidan.
Yeah, it's 67 degrees. The wind's blowing right into the right field, and there's not much, so maybe some chance for some home runs today.
And leading off today for the Titans is the center fielder, Danny Wallace. So that first pitch is in there for a strike. And on the bump today for the Warriors is Jackson Gouda. Gouda having a really good season, Aidan.
Yeah, he's got 34 strikeouts. He's got a really good ERA. It's low in those ones. So it's going to be interesting. Another great pitcher for Papillion-LaVista South, too. So it's going to be probably a low-scoring game.
As that pitch in there from Gouda for strike number 2. Now up 0-2 is Gouda. This is Gouda's third pitch. Check swing in the dirt. He goes, tagged out by Zimmerman behind the plate. That reached the first out of the inning. Retired by the strikeout is Danny Wallace.
Yeah, that was a nice little breaking ball into the dirt. Just got him to go. A little check swing, but they did call him out.
Now up to the plate for the Titans, Trenton Andringa out there at third today on defense, the bottom half of the innings.
Yeah, Trenton Andringa, he's a really good player. I mean, he leads Papillion-LaVista in a lot of stats. Wow. He's got a lot of stolen bases. He's got 19 runs.
As Gouda falls on the mound there on that pitch, maybe a little bit of grip issues on the mound. They count 0-1 after Gouda falls there on the mound. Not something you see from a pitcher like Gouda. That pitch catches the inside corner for strike number 1. Evens out the count at 1-1.
Yeah, that's a really nice pitch from Gouda. Gouda's probably Westside's best pitcher, I'd say. He's unbelievable.
So that pitch is a little bit low for ball number 2. Last time we saw Gouda out here at home, he pitched 8 innings going into extra, gave up no runs in the first 7 innings, and his first run he gives up in the top of the 8th is the run that prevents them from winning that game, falling 1-0 to Millard South.
Yeah, that was a really tough loss for them. I mean, you've got your pitcher playing amazing, and you just can't get any runs in, and that's tough for Westside.
So that pitch makes the count now full, 3-2.
You know, I'd say another one of Westside's biggest problems has been leaving people on base.
As that ball's outside in the batter's box, that will become a walk. Andringa reaching on base with a walk. Now bringing up to the plate is the pitcher, Bryce Waller. Waller on the bump today for the Titans. He's hitting early in this lineup, not something you see from the pitchers quite often. So that pitch is outside. It's ball number 1.
It's always interesting to see these pitchers hit, and that's something you see a lot. Usually see it designated for a pitcher.
That pitch is just low from Gouda. Now ahead in the count is Waller 2-0. Gouda looks back to first. That pitch is fouled straight back onto the plate. That'll be strike number 1 on the foul ball. Now 2-1 is the count.
Yeah, he took a pretty hefty swing at that one.
Now Gouda looks on for the 2-1 pitch to Waller. He steps off, looking back at first at Andringa. Andringa leading this team in stolen bases. That's why Gouda stepped off there, not wanting to take off and get second. That pitch is high, now ahead of the count, 3-1.
Yeah, he's got 6 stolen bases, so definitely a danger for Gouda. He's got to make sure he watches the runner there.
That's walk number 2 already for Jackson Gouda. Gouda struggling with the command early is Gouda. Gouda looking back to the dugout, maybe a little bit of shoe issue or mound issue.
Yeah, we did see him slip earlier on the mound.
I really couldn't tell you what's going on here. Jackson Gouda taking his shoes off on the mound. Looks like we're going to have a shoe change from Jackson Gouda on the mound.
Yeah, I've never seen this before. This is quite interesting.
That is why I'm assuming he slipped there. Maybe his shoes aren't gripping the turf the way he's liking, which would also prevent him from throwing strikes.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds about right. You know, it's interesting. Jackson Gouda usually not much of a walk guy. He's only got about 7 on the year, so let's see if these shoes can help him a little bit.
I mean, I did hear earlier while we were waiting to go live that I heard a couple players complaining about their shoe grips were wearing off on their cleats. So maybe that's something Jackson was going through with his old shoes. As he gets those new shoes tied, gives the thumbs up, looks like they're ready to start play again.
Here we go. Lefty.
This is Brady Fitzpatrick over at first in the bottom half of the innings on defense. Now, first and second for the Titans, 1 out. Gouda looking to get the double play here.
Absolutely. If you can get that double play, it'll be nice.
It's a big swing there from Fitzpatrick as he misses that one. That's strike number 1.
Yeah, he tried to get under that one. That was a good pitch from Gouda, though.
Gouda will look on for this 0-1 pitch. That one's way outside. Ball number 1 to Fitzpatrick. Gouda checks on the runners at second. That one's fouled off. Third base side. Going towards the school there. Maybe bouncing off the building. That'll make the count now 1-2 after that foul ball. Fitzpatrick steps into the box for the 1-2 pitch from Gouda. Gouda's pitch. Low for ball number 2. Now 2-2 is the count.
That was low, but that was a really good fastball. That had some heat on it.
Gouda shaking off another sign there from Zimmerman. So he gets set for the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled straight back. We'll do it again.
Yep, Jackson Gouda getting in a battle here early. See if he can come out with the win.
Now the 2-2 pitch once again from Gouda. That one's outside. Now full count once again.
Yeah, this is a tough situation. I think for Gouda, though, I'd just go back to the fastball. I think that's his best pitch, and I think he can get him with it.
Not something you see from Gouda early in these games. A lot of full counts, which he's already had several. The runners go. That's ball number 4. Bases loaded now.
Wow. This is rare. I mean, Gouda, 3 batters walked already. As we said before, he's only walked 7 other batters during the season. I mean, that's unbelievable.
That walk will bring up the DH, Kyle Privet. Privet looks on to Gouda for this pitch. That one's hit straight back up the middle. Fielded onto first for the double play. In time! Jackson Gouda gets out of the inning. No runs after those 3 walks to load the bases. Gouda getting out of a very important early jam.
That is a great job from Jackson Gouda. I mean, 3 left on base for Papillion-LaVista South, and as we've seen in these last couple games from Westside, leaving people on base is not good. If you leave people on bases, you're most likely going to lose the game.
And that's something we see from Westside a lot. We've seen a lot of runners left on base, a lot of stranded runners, especially when the bases are loaded. That's not something you want from a team, especially when you have a chance to get runs on the board early.
Yeah, and I think the weird thing about, Westside is it's not really a lineup issue. It's not like their first guys are hitting a bunch and then the lower guys are. But it's just been a big issue for Westside.
And we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we'll tell you about the pitcher on the bump for the Titans. Strike number 1.
Yeah, and we need to talk about this Papillion-LaVista South pitcher. He is unbelievable. He's got a 4-0 record. His ERA is .61. .61.
It's the first pitch from Waller. That one's barely missing low. He'll even out the count 1-1. Anglum, who's in the box, is having a great season for him, leading the team in hits with 24. Also, hitting percentage. That only makes sense. It's the 1-1 pitch from Waller. Bounces off the plate. That's ball number 2.
Yeah, Englum's one of those guys that I think a lot of colleges are going to find interest in. His brother already plays at Nebraska, and he's doing really good out there. So definitely runs in the family, and I bet we'll see him playing some college baseball somewhere.
It's a pitch from Waller. Another low pitch. 3-1 ahead in the count is Anglum.
Yeah, Englum's a guy you got to be really careful with. He can really sling it, and he can hit it pretty far.
Anglum looks on to the 3-1 count from Waller. Hit straight to Rowe. Rowe on to first in time. Retires Anglum for out number 1 here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's just an easy ground out for Papillion-LaVista South, and took care of business.
Now stepping into the box for the Warriors is Nikolai French. Nikolai French, one of the few sophomores on this team that's having a great season for himself. First pitch from Wallace, getting back to the backstop, getting a new ball now.
That was a wild one, but one thing we noticed about Nikolai French is that he gets walked a lot. In the past couple of games, he's just been getting walked.
And when he does decide to swing, Aidan, he's really good at driving the ball far. He's leading the team in RBIs. He's leading the team in doubles. He's very smart when to swing.
Yeah, he's a great batter for this Warriors team.
The 2-0 pitch to French from Waller. Nice little breaking ball in there for strike number 1.
Yeah, that's a nasty pitch from Waller. Just broke from the outside, came in.
So Wallers gets set for the 2-1 pitch. Swung on a big cut from French. Strike number 2.
Yeah, and that's something you'll notice from these first 3 guys in the lineups for the Warriors is they really like to swing big. They don't go for just contact. They're really swinging for the fences.
The 2-2 pitch to French. Hit down the right field line. That one's going to stay fair. Getting to the wall. French rounding first into second as he stops at second for a stand-up double.
And we talked about the doubles. He is a hitter. He can hit that ball very far. Another double for Nikolai French.
That'll be his 8th double of the season now, adding to his season total. Still leading the team, obviously. And now stepping into the box, another big swinger for the Warriors, Michael Zimmerman.
Yeah, and with Michael Zimmerman, he's a great hitter. He's leading Warriors with home runs. Not many, but 2. But usually you'll see if he gets a hit, they will bring Brody Gok on to pinch run.
Zimmerman committed to go play college baseball at Sioux Falls next year. He's one of the 10 seniors on this team that are playing their last game today.
Yeah, and they will have a senior kind of presentation at the end of the game, so get honored in that.
Zimmerman now looks on to Waller for the 1-0 pitch. That one catches the outside corner. That's strike number 1.
Curious to see what pitch he goes with here for this 1-1.
And Nikolai French is not afraid to steal the bases. He's not leading the team in stolen bases, but he still has the speed, and he's not afraid to use it, as Zimmerman fouls that one back off into the net for strike number 2, down in the count 1-2.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little breaking ball here from Waller, just try and get him swinging and maybe put one down low here.
Would not be surprised if you see this one outside of the zone, maybe try and get Zimmerman to chase something outside or maybe a little high. Now the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss straight down the gut.
Yeah,
Zimmerman retired on strikes.
We were not right. That was a clear fastball just right down the pipe, and he swung on it.
Now stepping into the box with 2 outs is the cleanup hitter, Andy Stokes. Stokes, another one of the seniors on this team that will be honored after today's game.
Yeah, and Stokes is a great hitter too. He's batting .304. He's one of the better hitters on this team.
So that pitch is just a little bit high for bulb number 1. Stokes typically playing first base when he's in the lineup, but today he's at third.
Yeah, he's kind of one of those flex guys. You'll see him move around. He's also a DH a lot, so.
That pitch is low for ball number 2. Now 2-0 ahead in the count is Stokes. Salado playing first today, not Stokes. Salado and Stokes go back and forth playing that first base position. French, who's out there on second, is typically who's playing third, but he's DHing today, so Stokes takes his spot. As that pitch almost got French swinging for the fences, Stokes swinging for the fences, but he's able to lay that one off. Now ahead in the count 3-0.
Yeah, 2 breaking balls in a row. That's interesting, but Stokes held back, and he was able to kind of see those go low.
Stokes lets that one go straight past him for strike number 1.
Yeah,
Hitter's not swinging on the 3-1 count, or 3-0 count. They really just want to see a pitch, get a feel for a strike, and go from there.
Yeah, that fastball from Waller it's nasty. It's just right down the gut.
There's another one of those fastballs. Catches the inside corner to bring the count to a full 3-2.
Yeah, it'd be really disappointing here if Westside doesn't get a hit. You're up 3-0 in the count. 3-2 now, though, so we'll see if Waller can make this comeback.
Waller's full count pitch to Stokes. That'll just miss outside. Now giving first base to Stokes is Waller, bringing up Charlie Henningsen to the box, hitting 5th today.
Yeah, and another thing about Waller, he doesn't give up many walks either, so that's another surprise. Only 10 before this game, so.
Both of these pitchers having really good strikeout to walk ratios. As Waller steps off there and throws back to Valench at short to try to get French leaning. But in time, back to the base is French. No worries there. It's Waller's 0-0 pitch now. Outside, 1-0. Common theme we see every game. The Warriors dugout super, super loud and energetic, making sure the pitchers hear what they have to say.
Yeah, Jay Coglin's one of those guys. He's a very vocal player. Even though he's not playing, he's always, talking some smack, some friendly smack.
And you mentioned Jay Coglin, one of those pitchers on this team that we probably won't see today. But all of the pitchers and the rest of the team always very active in that dugout. They make sure their presence is known, even if they're not on the mound. So that pitch is in there for a strike. First strike of the at-bat. Now the count 2-1. Henningsen looks on to Waller for the 2-1 pitch with 2 outs. runners on first and second. Waller's pitch to Henningsen. Catches the outside corner to even out the count at 2-2.
Yeah, you could hear that one smack the glove. That was a nice pitch from Waller.
Waller painting the corners here early. Not a lot right down the center, but a lot of pitches on the inside and outside corners.
Yep, and like when he catches that center, you kind of notice the hitters are off guard. They just don't expect it.
As that one's a strikeout for Henningsen, that'll end the inning. Now, stranding runners, first and second, that reoccurring theme. You had one out with that runner on second, and he is there the entire rest of the inning, doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, it's disappointing for Westside. It's been a big theme of the season. I feel like that's kind of one thing that's dragged them down. You know, that's why they're back in this inning, maybe get a 1-2-3, or at least attempt it.
As Gouda will walk out to the mound to warm up here for the top of the second. Gouda struggling early in the first. He'll look to get his command back after those shoe issues early in that first inning.
Yeah, I mean, he walked 3 batters, just not something you see from Gouda very often, and so we'll see if he can't have a little comeback this inning, see if he can't maybe get some strikeouts.
Gouda getting out of that last inning with a double play with the bases loaded. A huge, huge play by his infield. Cholino, Henningsen, and Salado all in on that double play. Now stepping into the box is Grant Gilbreth out there in left, not seeing any action yet on the defensive end, as he'll look to make his presence known now in the top of the second. It's a pitch from Gouda, straight down the gut for strike number 1.
Yeah, you gotta love that fastball. It's a hard pitch from Gouda, and it's hard to hit. I mean, you can hear the glove just get smacked by the ball.
So that pitch is hit straight up to the middle. Cholino fielding it at short. Over to first. Safe is the call from the first base umpire. Not too happy over there at first is Salado. Cholino. That's strike number 2 now. I doubt you'll see the bunt now. Don't want an out on a strike 3 bunt. Foul.
Yeah, one of the more embarrassing things in baseball, getting that strike 3 bunt foul. Not the most fun way to go out.
It's that pitch from Gouda, swung on a miss. He'll retire the first out of this inning. Walking back to the dugout. That's Charlie Pyle. Quick strikeout, 3 pitches from Gouda.
Yeah, that looks a lot more like Gouda. Those quick strikeouts, those nice strikes, good fastballs, and love to see it from Gouda.
Now stepping into the box is Brett Simpson as the runner will go on over Cholino's head into left field. Fielding that one is Kryling out there in left, as now there will be runners on the corners with only 1 out. Gouda getting himself into a bit of a predicament again here in the second.
Yeah, that's a great hit. And couldn't field it. It was too low. And see what happens here. Maybe they'll leave some people on base again or score a couple runs.
Now stepping into the box is Valinch. As the umpire makes it known, there's a pitch runner there at first. Stepping into the box is the shortstop Valinch. Valinch looking to add on to an RBI count of his.
Yeah, and one thing about Valinch that's so dangerous is the doubles leader for this Papillion-LaVista South team. So he could well bring in 2 runs here.
And leading in those doubles, he's another one of those big, hard swingers for the Titans, so he could strike out, could ground out. Another double play would be what Gouda would very much be hoping for. Is that foul ball even out the count at 1-1?
Yeah, it's so amazing having a guy so late in the order like this. I mean, he's 8th in the order, and he's hitting the most doubles on the team. That's unbelievable.
So that pitch from Gouda's tapped over to first. It'll get into right field, as that'll score a run. Everyone's safe. Just that little dribbler, no one able to field it.
Yeah, that's a tough ball to get. I mean, they tried diving for it, but it's a little bouncer and just went right over the glove.
After that, that'll bring us to the top of the order. Now Danny Wallace stepping into the box once again. Danny Wallace, last time he was up, had a strikeout. Not something you see from Gouda giving up the early runs, but definitely not what the Warriors wanted here early in this game. So that pitch from Gouda's fouled. Making the diving play is Gouda at the mound. What a play from Gouda fielding that bunt.
Yeah, that's a rough bunt, not the greatest bunt. Popped it up, and Gouda did a great job. Great reaction time, just went out and got it, and kept the runners where they are.
Gouda doing a great job of fielding his position here. They're running off the mound, making that diving play to prevent the runners from moving up. That is out number 2 as that pitch is in there for a strike. Now not as worried as Gouda with runners on first and second with 2 outs compared to that 1 out.
Yeah, no more sack bunts or sack flies. You got to go.
As that pitch is low for strike number 1. And Dringa, last time he was up, he walked. One of those 3 walks that loaded the bases in the first inning.
Yeah, and Dringa's a great hitter for this Papillion-LaVista South team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's able to get a run in here.
It's a pitch from Gouda that's hit straight over at third. Stokes fielding his position, tapping on the third base. That'll end the inning. But that's not after the Titans get 1 run to take this early lead 1-0. So we'll take a break here as we head into the bottom of the second. Now the Titans up 1-0. Already up 1-0 after the early struggles from Jackson Gouda.
Yeah, Gouda hasn't looked like himself here. He's been having trouble. He's been walking a lot of batters. He's given up some pretty big hits, so kind of have to see how he does this inning.
And kind of the reverse story is Waller only giving up 1 hit in that first inning. The Warriors stranding 2 on base. The first pitch of the inning from Waller. That one's inside to Davison Kryling for ball number 1.
Yeah, that one looked like it kind of got away from him a little bit. Just wasn't able to control it, get it to that inside corner.
Kryling, another one of these seniors on this Westside team that'll be honored after today's game. So that pitch is catching the zone for strike number 1. Now the 1-1 count pitch from Waller to Kryling. That swung on hit to the third base coach, Otis Seals, head coach over there.
Yeah, he couldn't quite get that one. That one was a little too fast for him.
That'll now make the count 1-2 for Kryling as he looks on for this pitch from Waller. Waller's pitch, catching a piece of it is Kryling to stay alive.
It's a good swing by Kryling.
And we'll do the 1-2 pitch all over again. The pitch from Waller to Kryling. It's a high little blooper pitch in there.
It's a good pitch, though. Just trying to get him to swing, and it's a good 1-2 pitch.
There's the discipline from Kryling showing there as they'll get set for the 2-2 pitch. Now the pitch from Waller. Catching the outside corner, strike 3 called. Not happy with that call is Kryling.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of one of those 50-50 calls, Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. That's one of those times where you don't get it, but that's a great pitch from Waller. Just unbelievable execution.
Another bit of the painting corners from Waller early in this game. Now stepping into the box is Jaden Salato playing first today. So that pitch is right down the gut, strike number 1. Salato looks on to Waller for the 0-1 pitch. Catching the outside corner, more of the painting of the corners.
Yeah, Waller's been getting them really nice. And, that's kind of that .61 ERA showing right there in those 37 strikeouts.
It's the 0-2 pitch. Way high and outside is that one. It's ball number 1.
Papillion-LaVista South's lucky they don't have a player on base there. Otherwise, that's a free base.
No, Salato looks on for the 1-2 pitch from Waller. Waller's pitch to Salato. Swung on, catching a piece of it to stay alive is Salato.
Yeah, a lot of early fights here for the Warriors, just staying alive on these foul balls, trying to get some hits, but I've only seen one of them so far.
Now we'll do the 1-2 pitch all over again. Salato catching another piece of that one. Still 1-2. We'll see the 1-2 once again from Waller.
Yeah, this is a great fight from Salato. 2 foul balls in a row. Curious to see if maybe Waller goes with a little breaking ball here, a little cheeky, low breaking ball.
Is now Waller's 1-2 pitch to Salato. That one's low. Salato will gain the count back to even 2-2. Salato looks on to Waller for the 2-2 pitch. As he hits him, Salato will get his base by the hit-by pitch.
Yeah, that's first one we've seen in these past 3 games. That was a little wild. I mean, that one hit him in the back. So, not the best pitch, obviously, but it's a free base for Westside.
So Waller out on the mound, really, really good at painting these corners, really getting the location he wants. That one just absolutely getting away from him. Now Cholino, Ty Cholino, as that one's thrown back onto first.
Yeah, I'd say one of the biggest problems early we've seen with Waller is, I mean, he's a great pitcher. He's got some good pitches, but he has struggled with control a little bit. We've seen a couple wild balls and that have gone over.
As that one jams, Cholino fouled straight back up and out of play. That's strike number 1. Ty Cholino, another one of these 4 Westside players committed to go play college baseball. Cholino going to play at Simpson College. So that one's catching the outside corner, strike number 2. Cholino digging himself a hole early. Striking out there is Cholino. That'll be strikeout number 4 for Waller here today.
Yeah, that was a good pitch for being ahead in the count. Just a little sneaky breaking ball into the dirt, and Cholino just swung on it.
So that pitch is thrown back to first base. Trying to catch Salato out at first, taking a little bit of a big 2 lead. Another pickoff attempt by Waller. Now we'll hope to see the first pitch of the at-bat here As that one's outside, that one's going to get behind the catcher. Free base for Salata moving up to second.
Yeah, and again, control. That one's into the dirt and right behind the catcher, couldn't make the stop, and free base. That's something you're trying to avoid as a pitcher. But that's probably the 4th or 5th time we've seen him kind of go high or low with the pitch.
Yes, sir.
Now we'll get the 1-0 pitch from Waller to Jack Schultz. Schultz, one of the 2 sophomores in the lineup today, as that one's driven deep to right field, but Rowe under that one to make the play to end this inning. That'll end the bottom of the second. Still 1-0, the score. Ahead is the Titans.
Yeah, that's just an easy pop out. Nothing too crazy about that. Just got under it and easy out for Papillion-LaVista South.
So we'll take a break here. When we come back, we'll have the top of the 3rd inning for you. As we welcome you back here to Westside High School Warrior Field. Ahead in the game is the Titans, 1-0, as Gouda will step back on the mound for this 3rd inning. As Gouda's pitch outside, ball number 1.
Interesting from Gouda, usually a guy that gets ahead in the counts a lot, and kind of seen him get behind pretty early here.
That'll be foul tipped into the glove for strike number 1. Stepping into the box is Bryce Waller, the pitcher. Hasn't yet recorded an official at bat with a walk last time he was up. As that one's hit deep into the left center gap. Able to make that play out there and left is Kryling. Kryling with that diving, sliding, acrobatic catch in left to save a double.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty sweet catches from Westside these last couple games. Against Millard South last week, they had a diving catch in left, and then there was another diving catch at the shortstop position.
Kryling showing off his athletic ability out there in left field and making that play. That pitch is another one driven into center. Under that one is Scholes. Scholes making the nice little pop-out catch. But this inning, we've already seen 2 hard-hitting balls. Gouda is struggling a little bit. You know, those are both outs, but hard hits is not something you want early in a game.
Yeah, especially once you just get that one right on the barrel, and that thing's in the parking lot, hitting someone's car window. So see if Gouda can maybe get these hits down a little bit.
Now into the box is the DH, Kyle Privet. The 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike. Gouda will even out the count now at 1-1. That one's hit to Cholino at short. Cholino on to first to end the inning. That's a quick 1-2-3 inning from Gouda.
That's more like it. That's what we expect from Jackson Gouda right there.
We welcome you back here for the bottom of the third inning. 1-0 game. Ahead is the Titans, as we'll have the top of the lineup due up for the Warriors. Nick Englund leading this one off. Englund will look on for this pitch from Wallers. That one's hit straight up towards center. Under that one will be Wallace. Making the catch there is Papio at second. It's a high, long-lasting pop-out.
Yeah, that one shot straight up like a rocket. I mean, that one, it just caught the top of the bat, and easy catch for LaVista.
Now stepping into the box is a sophomore DH, Nikolai French. Last time French was up, he had a double down the right field line, as that one's sky high, heading foul and out of play, first base side.
He absolutely cranked that one, though. That one came off the bat like crazy.
French swinging the bat early in these counts, getting himself down 0-1. Now, French will look on to Waller for this 0-1 pitch, as that swung on, foul tip into the glove of Seamson. Now digging himself a hole, French down 0-2.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see another breaking ball here low. It's kind of been the...
Waller's 0-2 pitch. That one's hit down the right field line, heading foul and just over the fence, out of play to keep himself alive.
Another one from Nikolai French. That one was rocketed foul.
Now we'll see the 0-2 pitch to French once again. Waller's 0-2 pitch. Barely catching a piece of that one is French. We'll see another 0-2 pitch.
Yeah, he was just a little late on that one. That one just came off the tip of the bat, but he's hanging on here with a thread. We'll see what Waller does here to kind of adjust.
The 0-2 pitch again from Waller. That one's hit straight up to the middle. Papio catching that one, heading to his right. In time is the throw from Papio to Fitzpatrick to retire Nikolai French.
That's a nice throw. He had it on his backside. He's able to get the ball and turn around and get that throw in time. That was impressive.
Papio fading to his right towards second base. Not an easy play whatsoever, heading the opposite direction of first base. Michael Zimmerman now stepping into the box, hitting third today for the Warriors. Last time he was up, he struck out in the first inning. Now Zimmerman's pitch from Waller, the 1-0 pitch. A tough swing, way inside is that pitch. Now 1-1 is the count.
Yeah, that one hit the dirt too. That was a pretty interesting swing for Zimmerman.
Waller's 1-1 pitch to Zimmerman. Swung on and missed from Zimmerman. 1-2.
Again, on the ground.
These off-speed pitches, not something the Warriors are seeing great early in this game.
Yeah, no, they haven't really responded well to them. The fastballs have been all right, a lot of foul balls, but so far no hits off Waller, other than one.
As that one's hit straight up to the middle, Papio fielding that one. The easy throw to Fitzpatrick at first. A 1-2-3 inning for Waller. Still 0 runs for the Warriors.
Yeah, tough inning for the Warriors. You know, you get to the top of your lineup and you go 1, 2, 3. That's not something you really want to do.
Stepping out onto the mound once again is Jackson Gouda. Gouda still only giving up 1 run so far, but really struggling with the command is Gouda.
Yeah, he's been a little inconsistent so far. You know, he had two first innings that weren't amazing. He gave up a quick run, but then this last inning was amazing. 1, 2, 3 for him, and we'll see if he can continue that success.
Gouda looking to get back in the groove, down 0-1 in the game, but he's really looking for the help from the Warriors hitters, because last time he pitched, they lost 1-0.
Yeah, we kind of saw that. You know, Jackson Gouda is pitching really good games, really low numbers, and the Warriors just are having trouble getting runs in. I mean, they're getting hits, they're leaving people on base, but no runs.
So that third inning, 1-2-3 on the top, 1-2-3 half in the bottom half. Both pitchers found their groove in that inning. But now Gouda, can he continue his groove and not hop out of it is the question.
Yeah, it'll be difficult to see, but Gouda's just got to make sure he stays calm and plays like he's been playing.
Leading off this inning will be Grant Gilbreth. He'll be out and left, as we've already seen him make a couple of plays out there. Is the pitch from Gouda. That one's fouled straight back into the net. 0-1.
Yeah, you can kind of saw that one late. He just swung late on that fastball and tipped it back.
Now Gilbreth will look on to Gouda for the 0-1 pitch. That one's inside, ball number 1. Evens out the count at an even 1-1. Gouda's 1-1 pitch, straight down the gut. That's a waist-high fastball for strike number 2. Hearing that noise coming from the Westside dugout, like always, as that's a check swing from Gilbreth. Called out on strikes on that check swing. That'll be out number 1, adding on to the strikeout count.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that was Jay Coughlin with the little Clash of Clans roar there. You know, Jay Coughlin's one of those guys that's not afraid to speak up and do what some other people would consider embarrassing things.
Gouda will look on to feed on that momentum. Another strike there to Charlie Pyle, who's now in the box.
Yeah, Gouda's really gotten into his groove. It took him a couple innings, but now he looks like he's looking like the Gouda we saw against Millard South.
I'd say it's safe to assume his shoes are now back to where he would like them to be.
Yeah, shoes are important. He slipped on the mound in that first inning, and it's an interesting scene.
As that one's fouled off, keeping the count at 0-2 ahead in the count is Gouda. Gouda's 0-2 pitch. That one's hit to Stokes at third, fielding that one on the 2-hopper over to first in time. Making that play there at third is Stokes.
That's 2 outs. Gouda just needs one more to go 1-2-3 again.
That is not an easy play whatsoever if you're the third baseman out there, Andy Stokes. You know, tough little couple hop bouncer there. It's not an easy play, but able to make that one, fielding it, charging it, Stokes over to first, making the out.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that's really tough with those bouncers is that they could catch a divot. And that's kind of the nice thing about playing on a turf field with Westside is you don't have a lot of those. Those bouncers go crazy, so pretty simple pickup for Stokes.
As that one's bunted foul, that'll be strike number 1 to Brett Simpson.
Yeah, it feels like we see a lot of teams try and bunt against Westside. That's kind of a recurring theme.
Now Simpson will step into the box for the 1-1 pitch from Jackson Gouda.
It's also interesting to see them bunt with no one on base.
So that pitch is outside the zone for ball number 2. Gouda stares down Zimmerman behind the plate. He'll get set for the 2-1 pitch. That one's down the gut. Now evens out the count at 2-2.
Curious to see what pitch he goes. I'm going to guess that he's going to throw a nice fastball.
Now Guda's pitch, that's sky high, calling off everyone is Cholino at short. Him fading in, that'll end the inning on that sky high pop out to short.
Yeah, I was not right. He ended up going with the breaking ball. He kind of hung it a little bit, but thankfully caught the top of the bat and easy pop up for the Warriors there.
That'll keep the inning game score at 1-0 ahead of the Titans. So we'll head to the bottom of the fourth when we come back. We welcome you back here for the bottom of the fourth inning. Leading off the inning for the Warriors is Andy Stokes.
Yeah, Andy Stokes, one of those more reliable hitters for Westside. Good batting average, just above 300.
Stokes will take that one for strike number one from Waller, sorry. Waller's pitch hit straight back up the middle. Diving is Valinch, but not able to get his glove on that one. That'll be a lead-off single for Stokes.
Yeah, that's a great start to the inning for the Warriors. They needed something like that to get them started, and hopefully the single can kind of push the hitters to bat him in.
Nice little piece of hitting there from Stokes to lead off this inning. Now stepping into the box is Charlie Henningsen. Last time he was up in the first inning, he struck out. So that pitch is way in front of the plate in the dirt. Ball number one. Squaring up to bunt on that pitch was Henningsen. Maybe look to see a little bit of small ball here from the Warriors.
Yeah, that was, we've talked about his control already, but Waller is still having some trouble with it. That pitch just was released really late.
As that breaking ball is in the inside corner for strike number one. He'll make the count at an even 1-1. Stokes takes his lead at first. Waller's 1-1 pitch in the dirt. Nice block behind the plate is Seamson. Seamson saving a stolen base there on that block.
Yeah, that's a great block. I feel like catchers don't get enough recognition for stuff like that. That stuff is not easy to do.
Now the 2-1 pitch from Waller. Another one in the exact same spot in the dirt. Another great block by Seamson behind the plate.
Yeah, again, control for Waller. I mean, that's probably the 10th pitch we've seen either go low or above the catcher. So see if he can't get this one into the strike zone.
Now the 3-1 pitch. That one's hit straight into the gap. That'll be another single. Halting at second is Stokes. Now to lead off the inning, we have the two guys on base, first and second, no outs. But can the Warriors get the hit they need to get these runners around and score?
Yeah, we've seen it a lot. We've seen the Warriors get people on base and then they just leave them. They leave them there. They don't bat them in. And so we're going to have to see here. They've got a great opportunity here, and I feel like this is a must score situation for the Warriors.
Now Davison Kreitling will step into the box with the runners on first and second, no outs. The first pitch to Kreitling from Waller. Squaring on the bunt, but pulling back is Kreitling. That one's outside, ball number one.
Yeah, this is the perfect opportunity for a sac bunt. I think see if he goes back to it, but it'd be a great opportunity to pull out the bunt.
So now the pitch from Waller. Stepping off. Looking back at those runners. Doesn't want to give up a free base.
Yeah, the Warriors do steal a lot of bases, so definitely a good idea to make sure they're not going anywhere.
The pitch from Waller. Another square on the bump, but that one's low as he pulls back. Ball number 2. As we'll see a mound visit here from Papio South's coach. Maybe trying to calm down, a little bit of strategizing for the Titans.
Yeah, I think this was definitely needed. Waller has just been kind of, his pitches have been out of control, so see what they do. I don't think they'll switch pitchers quite yet, but if it continues, I'd say we'll probably see the bullpen pretty soon for Papillion-LaVista South.
Even after that mound visit, we see nobody out there in the bullpen. That's mound visit number 1 as the home plate umpire signals to us up here, the press box. As now we'll see Kreitling step back into the box. The 2-0 pitch. Waller looks on after the mound visit from his coach. So look to make the pitch on this 2-0 count. Squaring on the bunt, laying that one down, just foul. Kreitling laying that bunt down, foul. That'll be strike number 1.
Yeah, so he continues with the bunt. Be curious to see what happens here, if he goes back or maybe he tries to take a swing at this.
So now Kreitling's 2-1 pitch from Waller. Stepping off that one into the center field, the runners staying where they are. A dangerous pickoff attempt by Waller. Looks like he might have had him with a little bit of half a step there, but not a very accurate pickoff attempt from Waller.
Yeah, this is a really close one. Warriors just got to make sure that they are...
As that pitch is laid down for a bunt straight back to Waller. Davison Kreitling doing exactly what the Warriors want him to do. A perfect bunt to move up the runners 90 feet. Now 2 runners in scoring position for Jaden Salato stepping into the box.
Yeah, that's the perfect time to sack bunt, and it worked exactly how they wanted to. You got a guy on second and third now, so perfect RBI opportunity here.
Now Salato, last time he reached was on a hit by pitch. He'll look to draw the most important hit that the Warriors need. The pitch from Waller, another one in the dirt. 1-0 is the count.
Yeah, you know, right here, even like a really high pop fly would work. I mean, a sac fly for sure, just to get that 1 run back.
Salato looks in to drive these runs. That 0-1 pitch is hit straight to short. The runner coming home and scoring. And running on to third, he'll be tagged out. Safe is the call at third and not tagged out. The runner will stay safe. Tying up the game 1-1 is the most important thing there.
Yeah, that was huge, but I was not a fan of that decision to go to third. They clearly had the first base out there. I would have stayed at second there. I mean, he really close call for the ump there.
Very bold, aggressive running from the guy there. And him almost getting tagged out. I thought he was out there, but barely making it in. Keeping himself alive to not end the inning. And what is the rule, Aidan? Don't make the third out at third. That's the worst thing you can do.
Yeah, that was a close one. Almost catastrophic for Westside there, you know, leaving a guy at second base.
Cholino looks on for the 1-0 pitch. Swung on a big cut on that pitch up in the zone to make the count now an even 1-1.
This is a huge at-bat for Cholino. I mean, if he can get a hit into the gap here, this would be giant for Westside getting that 2-1 lead.
Cholino looks in to drive the run on third as he'll take that one past himself. That's strike number 2. 1-2 is now the count.
Yeah, that's just a beautiful fastball from Waller, just right down that middle.
Waller's 1-2 pitch to Cholino. As that one's inside towards those hands of Cholinos, keeping the count at an even 2-2.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to get that one to break inside, just didn't quite get there. It's a good take from Westside.
Cholino's pitch. He's called out on strikes. A little bit of frustration shown there from Cholino, leaving another runner on third and in scoring position as the Warriors. But in that inning, they're able to tie the game up at 1. So we'll take a break here. Now the tie game is 1-1 between the Warriors and the Titans. We'll be back with the top of the 5th. I welcome you back here, Zach Kastrick, along with Aidan Dunlap for the top of the 5th. Tying up the game in the bottom half of the 4th inning was the Warriors, as Valencia hit that one towards the right field line, way foul and out of play.
Yeah, we have to remind ourselves that Valencia is the doubles leader for this team, so he's going big or going home, so see if he can get another. He did already have a nice hit earlier in the game, so see if he can't do that again.
Valencia looked to keep his day perfect as that pitch from Gouda in there for strike number 2. This is what we're used to seeing from Jackson Gouda on the mound, really settling in these last 2 innings and now early in this 5th inning.
Yeah, Gouda's looked good these past couple innings. The first 2 were a little shaky, but now he's gotten into the game and he's feeling comfortable.
As that pitch is the first ball from Gouda, 1-2 is the count. One-two pitch from Gouda to Valencia. That one's outside. Ball number 2.
It's a good block from Zimmerman. No one on base to steal, but you know, you like to see your catcher able to block those wild pitches.
Gouda's 2-2 pitch to Valencia. That one's hit sharply down the left field line, but barely fouls that one. Keeping himself alive, keeping the count at 2-2. We'll see it once again.
You might have seen another double from Valencia there if that one landed. So Warriors get a little lucky there.
So now we'll see the 2-2 pitch all over again from Jackson Gouda. That one swung onto the left field sharply. Stokes diving for that one, unable to make the catch. That's rolling to the wall at second, rounding second, and he'll be in there safely at third for an early lead-off triple from Johnny Valencia.
Yeah, and that's what you call the commentator's curse. Just said how the Warriors got lucky. He didn't get a double, and he ends up getting a triple the next hit.
Bold decision there from Kryling in left to dive for that one, not making the play, and we see the consequences of what happens when you're unable to make the diving play.
Yeah, that's always the risk of kind of doing those diving plays. Is, you know, you immobilize yourself, and that ball's going to go back to the wall, and we saw it do that there. And LaVista's in scoring position, so.
Now, in a dangerous situation with a runner on third with no outs, is Gouda's first pitch in there to the top of the lineup, Danny Wallace for a strike. So that pitch is outside, unable to frame that one as Zimmerman evens out the count at 1-1. Gouda's 1-1 pitch to Wallace. That one's fouled straight back. Strike number 2.
One thing you have to do here is make sure you have no wild pitches. You don't want to give him a free run here if you're Gouda, but Gouda's pretty good with his control, so I wouldn't expect it.
Right as you say that, we see one that doesn't get the runner to advance, but something that very well could have gone catastrophic for the Warriors.
Yeah, I might just want to stop talking at this point. Right after I said the Warriors got lucky, the LaVista gets a triple, and then wild pitch right after I say it doesn't happen often. So, commentator's curse is real.
The 2-2 pitch from Gouda to Wallace. That one swung on a miss. Strikeout for Gouda, getting out number 1 here in this inning.
Yeah, that's important for Gouda, you know. See if he... This is going to be difficult, especially with Trenton up to hit now, so...
And Dringa now up to the plate to face Gouda. As that pitch is a light tapper back behind. Foul. Strike number 1.
This would be pretty amazing, especially at the top of the lineup for LaVista, if Gouda's able to get out of this inning with no runs.
That's the danger when you have a strong 9-hole hitter like Valench, who's out there on third, who leads off an inning with a hit, gets into scoring position, as that one's fouled back, digging himself a hole, 0-2.
Yeah, having Valench at that 9 holes really, really big for LaVista. I mean, getting on base, getting a triple, and then get to the top of your lineup, they're able to hit you home. That's something that's important.
It's the pitch from Gouda. That one's fouled to Chopper to third. That unable to make the play at third is Stokes. That will be an E for air. The runner scores. Now back down in the game as the Warriors now losing 2-1.
That's a really, really tough error for Westside. You got to make that play. You got to get that to first. Got to have that second out. But now you get the run, and you're only at 1 out. Guy on first base.
Now stepping into the box, a pickoff attempt from Zimmerman. Close, but in back time is Ndringa. In the box now, the pitcher, who we've seen all game for the Titans, Bryce Waller. As the runner goes on that one, but fouled back. The runner goes back, even out the count at 1-1. Gouda's 1-1 pitch to Waller. Will the runner go on this one? Stepping off is Gouda, a light throw back to first, keeping the runner little chain to first.
Yeah, that's good from Gouda. You got to make sure that runner's kind of antsy, you know, because I honestly think he would have gone there if Gouda pitched that.
As that pitch from Gouda, good off-speed pitch down in the zone, but swinging is Waller. That'll be strike number 2, count 1-2.
I think Gouda's really just hoping to get out of this inning with only 1 run, and hopefully Westside can get another run back in the next.
As Gouda steps off there, another bit of that pick off. A little worried of the speed out there at first from Ndringa. 1-2 pitch from Gouda. That one's hit sharply into the left center gap. Down into the gap, rounding second, heading to third. He'll be there safely. There's runners now in the corner with 1 out from that single from Bryce Waller.
Yeah, that's a beautiful hit from Waller. I mean, we're seeing him pitch, we're seeing him hit. He's doing everything for this team. And now we've got another player in scoring position for Papillion-LaVista South.
Courtesy running number 1, Michael Lloyd.
Micah Lloyd, the pitch runner there for the Titans. Now stepping into the box, Brady Fitzpatrick, who's playing first. Fitzpatrick hitting cleanup. He'll look to get his first hit of the day and driving that runner at third. As that one's laid down to bunt. A little bit of sacrifice squeeze action from the Titans.
Yeah, they do have that 1 out to give, so it's going to be interesting to see if he goes back to the bunt here, maybe tries and hit one.
So now the 0-1 pitch from Gouda to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick hit sharply to first, unable to make the play. Runner safe, runner scores. Now 2 runs in this inning, the score 3-1. Unable to make that play there at first is Salado.
Yeah, that's a tough one to get. That one was rocketed into first. That's tough to glove in. And it looks like a timeout here.
I doubt we see the pitching change. Still nobody warming out in the pen. So a little bit of a calm down type meeting from Coach Seals at the mound with the entire team.
Yeah, it's a great little time to kind of just let your guys rest and make sure that they are able to get out of this inning.
We'll take a quick break here as Seals talks to Gouda on the mound. We'll have the rest of this top of the 5th inning when we come back. We bring you back here to Warrior Field at Westside High School, where the Titans jump up in the lead now 3-1 from these 2 runs in this inning. Now Kai Privet will step into the box as that one's sky high, first base side and foul. Gouda trying to limit the damage here in this top of the 5th inning. Already down 3-1, don't want to make it worse for your team.
Yeah, and can't necessarily blame Gouda too much. A couple of errors here for the Westside fielding unit, which has really led them into a disastrous inning.
So that one's a strike. Now 0-2 ahead in the count is Jackson Gouda. Now the pitch to Privet. Swung on that strike 3. Gouda gets out number 2 in this inning. An utmost important out if you're Jackson Gouda.
Yeah, that's important. That eliminates the sack fly opportunity, so it's good for Gouda.
Now stepping into the box is the left fielder Gilbreth. Last time he was up, he struck out and reached on an error in the 2nd inning. So that pitch from Gouda straight down the gut. Strong fastball, strike number 1.
Yeah, that's one of the best of Gouda's game is that fastball.
And that's why you're seeing Gouda go play college ball. His pure strength and velocity on his pitches. That's another great pitch from Gouda, strike number 2. He gets in the head in the count again, 0-2.
Yep, looking good from Gouda here early in this at-bat.
Gouda's 0-2 pitch. That one's hit tapper to third, but foul. We'll see the 0-2 pitch once again. Gouda looking to get out of this inning after he struggled a little bit, giving up 2 runs. Another strike here to end the inning would be very big.
Yeah, he's got to make sure he gets this one.
As that one's hit high into center, under that one is Schultz, making the play to end the inning, but that's not after this Titans add 2 more runs to take the lead, 3-1. When we come back, we'll have the bottom of the 5th when the Warriors try and tie this one back up. As we welcome you back here for the bottom of the 5th, last inning, the Titans jump up to a 3-1 lead. Now trailing as the bottom of the lineup, Jack Scholes steps into the box.
Yeah, he's one of those sophomores that Westside's got that have been incredibly good this season.
Is that pitch, Scholes fouls back. That's strike number 1 to Scholes. Now the pitch from Waller to Scholes. Schultz will take this pitch. Down the gut, strike number 2, digging himself a hole, 0-2.
It's a great pitch from Waller.
Now the 0-2 pitch from Waller to Schultz. That one's called strike 3 on that inside pitch. That'll get the first out for Waller as we head back to the top of the order. Nick Engblom stepping into the box. Big strike zone today from the umpire behind the plate. Is that Scholes called out on that pitch?
Yeah, we've seen a lot of outside corners called, a lot of insides called, and it's just how he calls it, though. As long as he's consistent, that's what matters.
So that pitch is a no-doubter call for the home plate umpires. That one's down the middle, strike number 1. The 0-1 pitch from Waller, outside, ball number 1. Now the pitch from Waller to Engblom, swung on a miss, strike number 2. Now 1-2 is the count.
Wouldn't be surprised if we see a breaking ball here.
The pitch from Waller to Engblom. That swung on a miss, strike out. Number 2 in this inning for Waller.
Yep, and I was wrong again. That was a complete heater, and got him.
As now we'll see the other sophomore on this west side lineup, Nikolai French, step into the box. French looked to get maybe a 2-out rally started here. He check swings on that one. Not going around is the call.
Yeah, the Papillion-LaVista fans are not too happy with that one. They thought that that one should have been a strike.
Now the pitch from Waller to French. French will let that one go outside and high, ball number 2. He's ahead in the count, 2-0 now. So that pitch from Waller's inside, strike number 1, 2-1.
See if Waller can't get back even in this count.
Now Waller's pitch to Engblom. Schultz. That one's hit down the third base line. That one's fair. Unable to make the play at third is Andring. Heading to second, sliding head first. In there safe is Nikolai French, adding on to his doubles of the season. Now, his second double of the day.
Yeah, that's a huge double for Westside.
And now Michael Zimmerman steps into the box. 0 for 2 on the day as he looks to make up for that. If he can get the run driven in here on a base hit.
That'd be huge for Westside. They're already down by 2. If they could get one back here, that'd be big.
Now the pitch from Waller to the Sioux Falls commit, Michael Zimmerman. That one's outside, ball number 1. Zimmerman will look on to Waller. Waller looks back at French's second. The pitch. That one's hit straight back to the pitcher. Waller fields that one On to third, end the inning. Warriors unable to drive in the runner at second. That ends the inning. Warriors still down 2. As we welcome you back here to Warrior Field for the top of the 6th inning, the Warriors down 2 runs, 3-1. Now stepping into the box for the Titans. That one's hit to Chelino. Another error on the Warriors as Chelino's unable to field that one. That one bounces straight into his chest.
That's just not, that's tough for the Warriors. I mean, back-to-back innings where they've had some errors. I mean, that should be an out. That should be an out.
After that, what is ruled a hit is the official ruling. Chelino not charged with an error there, as Seamson will reach on that. As that one's a foul tip bunt into Michael Zimmerman's glove.
Yeah, we've seen Papillion-LaVista South go to that bunt a lot. They're just, they really like the bunt.
Seamson, the guy we're seeing a lot of the bunts out of, actually, the catcher. It's another foul tip bunt. That one will go back behind the plate, strike number 2.
Yeah, I don't think he'll go back now unless it's a pretty clear-cut opportunity, because don't think he wants to strike out on a foul tip bunt.
What did we call the strikeouts on the foul tip bunt? Embarrassing. Hopefully we don't see one here. Now Seamson looks on to Gouda for the 0-2 pitch. Squaring to bunt. That one, strikeout on the bunt.
Yep, it looks like they called it foul, and so there is your foul tip bunt strikeout.
Strikeout brings up the shortstop, number 5.
You don't see those very often, but there was one.
Now the bottom of the order, Johnny Lynch stepping into the box. Gouda looks to try and get this out to limit the top of the order from doing too much damage. This is Gouda's first pitch there. In for a strike, 0-1 now. Gouda's 0-1 pitch to Johnny Valinch. The runner goes, throw down from Zimmerman. Calling him out as the runner slides through second. The runner slides through second. He was there and safe. He goes over the base. Tagging him out is Englum, and the runner disappears.
Yep. It's a great play from Westside. And
Michael Zimmerman showing off his arm there behind the plate.
you can be great in the field, though, but Westside is going to have to get some hits here pretty soon. So we'll see if they can't do that in the next half of this inning.
Gouda's 2-1 pitch to the 9-hole hitter, Johnny Lynch. That one's down the gut, now evening the count out at 2-2. Gouda clears his mind, steps onto the rubber, gets the sign from Zimmerman. The pitch in the dirt, blocked by Zimmerman, now a full count. It's been a minute since we've seen a full count for either team in this game.
Yeah, these pitchers have been dominant. I mean, they're just two great pitchers, and you don't see a lot of full counts with them.
Now Gouda's pitch, that one's tapped down to Cholino. Cholino grabbing that one on a hopper, but in the dirt, safe, as that ball bounces back to the fence. Picked up by Anglem. So runner reaches on that one. That one also ruled a hit.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like Stokes and Cholino kind of both went for that one, and so there's a little confusion.
Those slow tappers, those slow dribblers, very difficult plays for anybody on the diamond. And now Gouda's pitch to the top of the order, Danny Wallace, sky high, getting out of play, way out of play. The top of the order, Danny Wallace, as he looks to make some damage with 2 outs here with the runner on first. Gouda's pitch to Wallace. That one catches the inside corner. Now ahead in the count, 0-2 is Gouda. Gouda's 0-2 pitch to Wallace. That one's hit sharply into left field. That is a base hit. Runners move up. Now first and second with 2 outs. Now stepping into the box, Trent Andringa.
Yeah, this is another dangerous situation for the Warriors. Andringa is a really good player, 4.32 average, and it's so dangerous here. Surprised the Warriors don't have anyone in the bullpen yet. Gouda has been a little rough these past couple innings.
Gouda looks to get out of this inning without giving up another run. That pitch is high, popping out of his stance. Zimmerman to make that catch. Now the pitch to Andringa from Gouda, inside, getting out of the way. What an acrobatic catch out there at first from Salado to prevent that one from getting into right field.
Yeah, that was a dangerous throw from Zimmerman. That one almost got over Salado, and that would have been really bad.
And now we see a pinch runner, number 1, Michael Lloyd once again coming in and running for Charlie Pyle. And now we'll see Andringa step back into the box for the 2-0 pitch from Gouda. Gouda's 2-0 pitch to Andringa. Hit sharply into left field, fading back there. That one's over the wall, bouncing off the wall, scoring 1. Rounding third, scoring 2. The Warriors getting way out of this one now, down 4. Clutch 2-run RBI from Trenton Andringa.
Yeah, I talked to Andringa, and he's so dangerous. 4.32 batting average. He's got 27 hits on the season, and
all the damage in this inning done with 2 outs. Still no pitcher in the bullpen. Gouda now has a runner on second with 2 outs. Bryce Waller, the pitcher, stepping in. That's strike number 1.
Yeah, and they're not even out of the. They're not even done yet. They're still Andringa on second, so maybe another run here for LaVista South.
Now that pitch is high. Ball number 2, or ball number 1. Gouda started off this inning good, with only a runner on first with 1 out, and then, boom, 2 runs put up in this inning to dig the hole even deeper for the Warriors.
Yeah, it shows you how lethal the top of the lineup is for Papillion-LaVista South. I mean, they can really click just like that, and quick 2 runs for them, 5-1 now.
Gouda's pitch to Waller. That one's down the gut. Strike number 2. 2-2 is the count. Now Gouda's 2-2 pitch to Waller. That one's dribbled up to Gouda. Gouda fields his position onto first in time. That now finally ends the inning, but that's not after the Titans add 2 more runs to make the game 5-1. When we come back, we'll have the bottom half of the 6th inning for you guys. As we welcome you back here to Warrior Field. 5-1 the score. The Titans adding 2 more to make the deficit 4 for the Warriors. Now stepping into the box, leading off this inning for the Warriors is Andy Stokes. Last time he was up, he had a single.
Yeah, again, one of those good hitters for Westside. He's got a batting average just over 300. Got a single already. Let's see if he can't do it again.
As that one's hit into the gap, into right field. Another single on the first pitch of the at-bat from Andy Stokes.
Yeah, he's been electric today. Another single for him, and see if his team can't get him in, get him in home.
Henningsen now steps into the box. A big, very important inning for the Warriors. Down 4, only 6 outs left to go. As that's a close pickoff attempt from Waller back to first, trying to catch Andy Stokes lacking at first. Now the pitch from Waller, straight down the gut, strike number 1.
Another good pitch from Waller. He's trying to make this his 5th win.
Another pickoff attempt by Waller. Unable to make it, though. Safe. Is Stokes back at first?
Yeah, Waller's been going to that first base the entire game. He's really making sure that these Westside runners know not to steal these bases.
Another pitch from Waller. That one's in the dirt, moving up. On that pitch in the dirt is Stokes, now in scoring position at second base.
Yep, that's an easy steal for Stokes. Just pitch in the dirt. Catcher couldn't control it, and base on second, or runner on second for the Warriors.
Now Stokes, or Henningsen's 1-1 pitch. That one's outside, ball number 2 to Charlie Henningsen. Now Waller's 2-1 pitch to Henningsen. The delivery. That one's high, ball number 3, 3-1, now the count.
Yeah, and this is a green light situation for Aidan, most likely. Probably going to see a fastball here.
Waller's 3-1 pitch. High pitch called strike number 2. A full count here to Henningsen.
Yep, we did see that fastball come out. Wouldn't be surprised if we see it again. Waller's been throwing heat all day, and he's been doing really good with it.
Now the full count pitch from Waller to Henningsen. That one's grounded up to the middle. Making the play is Valinch. To first in time. Barely making that play. Valinch to Fitzpatrick, moving the runner up to third.
Yeah, this is a must-score position for the Warriors. You're down by 4 runs. You've got to put a run in here.
Davis and Kreitling, a big at-bat, yet to record a hit. But if there's any time for a hit, it's right here.
Absolutely.
Kreitling steps into the box, looks onto Waller. Waller's pitch. That one's fouled straight back into the net, strike number 1.
He's been getting the players to swing on that high fastball a lot and getting those foul tips.
The 0-1 pitch from Waller to Kreitling. As Waller gets set. Waller delivers. So that pitch is at the knees, called strike number 2.
It's a nice pitch, low in the strike zone. Hard one to read for the batter there.
So you hear Coach Seals screaming, "Hit that one anyway," as he didn't think it was a strike, but he still wants Kreitling to swing. Kreitling swings, and he'll be down on strikes, out number 2 in this inning.
And last chance for the Warriors to get this runner in, and it's got to happen here. This is a big, big at-bat.
Now stepping into the box is the lefty Ty Cholino. Jaden Salato. Jaden Salato's pitch, that's high and outside, ball number 1. This is a big, big at-bat by Jaden Salato with the runner on third with 2 outs.
We did see Salato get hit by a pitch earlier in this game.
So he almost gets hit by that one, but that one's inside, ball number 2.
Yeah, another close one from Waller. It's kind of difficult for him, pitching to a lefty.
The pitch from Waller to Salato. Salato lets that one go past ball 3. Head in the count, 3-0 is Salato.
Yeah, and you got to assume Salato is kind of expecting a fastball here, so he's got the green light. We'll see if he takes a swing at this.
Waller's pitch, that's catching the outside corner, strike number 1. A lot of called strikes in this game.
Yeah, the ump's got a pretty big strike zone, but the important thing is that it's been consistent for both teams, so it's not a big deal.
As that one's hit down the third base line, way foul. Bouncing on the roof of the school is that one.
Yeah, at least it didn't hit a window, that's the most important thing.
Now full count from Waller to Salato. As Waller gets set, the full count pitch. Outside, very, very close is that one, but taking first on a walk is Salato.
Yeah, that's huge.
Walker bring up a new batter for the Warriors, number 7, Henry Tunison.
Now stepping into the box, pinch hitter, senior Henry Tunison. This is his first at-bat of the game. Be great if he could get his first at-bat to be a hit, to driving the runner to cut down the deficit.
Yeah, they need a big run here. Let's see what happens.
Tunison coming in, hitting for Ty Cholino. Cholino over 2 on 2 strikeouts before getting called by Tunison to be pinch hit. The pitch from Waller, that one's in the dirt, not advancing from first is Salato.
Yeah, we've kind of seen that breaking ball go in the dirt a lot, and Waller's had some trouble with his control. I mean, I've seen a lot of pitches go low, seen a lot of pitches go high. He's even hit the batter once, and he has been getting strikeouts, though.
The runner goes Salato's. No throw from Seamson to Salato. Salato's in there easily without that throw. Now 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs with Tunison up to bat in the 2-0 count.
Yeah, Westside needs at least a run out of this really bad.
Tunison's pitch. Takes that one low, ball number 3. Tunison ahead in the count, now 3-0. Pitcher in the bullpen for the Titans most of this inning. You imagine if you're coach, you want Waller to be able to get through this inning without having to bring in the pitcher, as that pitch is down the gut, now 3-1 the count.
Yeah, you really don't want to bring a pitcher in fresh into 2/3 of the way through the inning. That's not something you would like to do. You know, pitcher's not going to be really into the game yet. It might probably going to give off a hit.
That walk will load the bases now for the Warriors. Now with the very last hitter in the lineup, the 9-hole hitter, the sophomore, Jack Scholes.
This is huge.
Jack Scholes. Timeout. Papio South.
Now with the timeout, the mound visit, new pitcher will come into the game. We'll take a break here and tell you about the new Titan pitcher when we come back. We come back here to Warrior Field with the bases loaded. New pitcher, Luke Callhorn, now for the Titans.
Yeah, Callhorn's coming in with a 4.4 ERA. He's only pitched about 8 innings. He's given up 5 runs. So,
if there's a pitcher the Warriors need a hit from it's Callhorn. Schultz takes that one for strike number 1. Scholes in a high-pressure moment. The sophomore really needs a hit if you're the Warriors.
Yeah, this is a dangerous situation for Papillion-LaVista South, though, bringing a pitcher in 2/3 of the way through the inning. It's just you're not into the game. You're pretty fresh out of the bullpen and kind of some nerves, I would assume.
Now the 0-1 pitch from Callhorn to Schultz. That one's hit straight up to the middle, bouncing off the pitcher, but fielding it, tapping on second is Valinch. What a way to get out number 3 and end this inning.
Yeah, that's huge for Papillion-LaVista South. And another disappointing inning from Westside. Again, runners left on base. 3 of them. That's just not something you can have if you're Westside.
Maybe you call that one unlucky if you're Schultz. Hitting it straight up to the middle, bouncing off the pitcher's hip. And right place, right time is Valinch to step on second and end that inning. But nevertheless, that'll keep the 4-run lead for the Titans as we head to the top of the 7th. We'll have a new pitcher. We'll tell you about him when we come back. We welcome you back here. New pitcher for the Westside Warriors is Max Coughlin, the senior committed to Northeast Community College.
Yeah, Max has been kind of an interesting pitcher for the Warriors. He's, he starts a lot, but he also comes in to close a lot for the Warriors. He's got 17 and 2/3 innings pitched. He's got a 4.75 ERA, but he does have a high strikeout number of 22. So see if he can
to lead off this inning, Brady Fitzpatrick,
This is number 9, Brady Fitzpatrick.
the cleanup hitter, as he takes that one outside, ball number 1.
This is a huge inning for Coughlin. He just needs to get out so the hitters can hopefully do their job.
Coughlin almost hits Fitzpatrick on that inside pitch, ball number 2. Coughlin's 0-2 pitch to the cleanup first baseman, Fitzpatrick. That one's hit sharply into left field. Under that one is Kryling making the catch, retiring Fitzpatrick for out number 1.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy catch. Nice pitch from Coughlin, just popping it up, and easy catch for Westside.
Flyout brings up number 8, Kai Privet.
Now stepping into the box, the DH, Kai Privet, yet to record a hit. Last time he was up, he took 3 strikes. That's a strikeout. As that pitch from Coughlin low, strike number 1. Now, if you're the Warriors, you're Max Coughlin. The worst thing you could do here is let the Titans grow their lead, already down 4.
Yeah, especially going into the bottom of the 7th. It's going to be a tough one to come back out of from Westside. See if they can do it, though.
Coughlin's pitch down the gut, strike number 2. The count now 1-2.
It's a nice pitch from Coughlin, really going to that fastball. See if he doesn't, maybe throw in a breaking ball here.
Now the Coughlin's pitch. That one's hit tapper to third. Stokes on to make the play. Not in time as Andy Stokes throw over to Salado. Reaching on that little dribbler is Kyle Privet.
Yeah, that's a really tough one. Those skippers, it was so slow. There was no way Stokes was going to get there in time to make that throw.
Now stepping into the box, number 19, Grant Gilbreth. As Coughlin looks on to retire to get out number 2 in this inning. Coughlin's pitch, that one's bunted third base side but foul. We'll get a 0-1 pitch next.
Yeah, you had the right idea, though. You always want to kind of bunt to that third base side, and he almost had it. Just a little too much power on it.
Now Coughlin waits for Gilbreth to step into the box. Coughlin, a very quick, fast-paced pitcher, does not want to wait for the batter whatsoever.
Yeah, absolutely. He goes quick.
Speaking of quickly turns back to first for that pickoff attempt. Coughlin looks on to Zimmerman for the sign on this 0-1 pitch. Gilbreth pitches from Coughlin. That one's outside, ball number 1, even out the count at 1-1. A lot of break in between these pitches. Coughlin definitely not wanting that. He's ready to pitch.
Yeah, I don't think any pitcher would be happy with a batter stepping out of the box every pitch for this long, I think. They're just trying
that timeout called for a pitch runner, Nolan Fitzpatrick, jogging out to first, taking the spot of Kai Privet. Now Gilbreth looks on to Coughlin for the 1-1 pitch. That one's fouled, first base side and out of play. A lot of yelling of the signs is the third base coach out there for the Titans, making sure his players know what they're doing. Now Gilbreth looks on Max Coughlin. Max Coughlin throws back to Salato at first, trying to get the pitch runner lacking.
It's always dangerous with those pitch runners. Usually really fast guys, they can steal bases really easily, so he's got to make sure he's aware.
That pitch from Coughlin, the pickoff attempt from behind the plate from Zimmerman, unable to do that. A lot of pickoff pop-up attempts from Zimmerman behind the plate today. Now Coughlin's 2-2 pitch to Gilbreth. That one's hit sharply to Cellino. Cellino able to field that one onto second for 1. To first, not in time to get the double play, but retiring the lead runner. That's out number 2. Only a runner on first now with 1 out. 2 outs.
Yeah, that's a good job. Good job getting that guy on second base. It's unfortunate they couldn't get the double play, but you know you'd rather have 1 than none. So
now stepping into the box is the second baseman Charlie Pyle. 2 outs. Man on first. Coughlin looks on to Pyle for this pitch. The runner goes. Popped up and out of play. Runner will jog back to first. We'll see the 0-1 pitch from Coughlin next.
Need one more out from Coughlin here, and then Westside goes at the bottom of the 7th, hoping for a rally in the 7th.
Now Coughlin's pitch almost hits him, but getting out of the way is Pyle for ball number 1. That'll be an even count now, 1-1. Now Coughlin's 1-1 pitch to Pyle. Runner goes, swing and a miss. The throw from Zimmerman down to second. In time, called out. That'll end the inning. The great throw from Zimmerman to Henningsen. That'll end the inning as we head to the bottom of the 7th. The last chance for the Warriors to put up 4 runs to keep their senior day hopes alive.
Yeah, it's a tough ask. Especially
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be honoring our seniors once the game ends.
We have an announcement.
So, senior parents, if you're not already near the third base dugout, please make your way over there, because we'll be honoring your sons after the game.
Now stepping back onto the mound, the pitcher from last inning. That's Luke Cullhorn. As Cullhorn will look to close out this game. Due up for the Warriors is the top half of the order, 1, 2, 3, Anglem, French, Zimmerman. as we welcome you back here to Warrior Field on the bottom of the 7th. Titans up 4. Last chance for the Warriors to keep their hopes alive in this game.
Yeah, it's been a tough game for the Warriors. They've had some decent hits. You know, they've got a lot of people on base, but just again, the biggest problem for them is not being able to score those runs.
Speaking of hits, the Titans doubling the hits of the Warriors today, 10-5. But Englam will look to change that as he leads off this inning. Nick Englam, the doubles leader, or sorry, not the doubles leader, the hits leader for the Warriors. So look to add on to his season total and keep this inning going for the Warriors. As he swings hard on that outside pitch, it'll be strike number 1.
Yeah, that's one of the things the Warriors have going for them this inning is that they are at the top of the lineup, so they do have a small but interesting chance to try and pull this rally off.
That pitch from Callhorn is outside for ball number 1. The count 1-1 now. Now Callhorn's pitch to Englam. The 1-1 pitch. Down the gut, fouled first base side and out of play. Now count 1-2.
You can really see that Nick Englam wants this one. That thing was cranked foul. I mean, he got his bat on that one just a little late.
You can't get this game back in one swing. No runners on base. Englam, he just needs to make contact, get on base, and let the hitters behind him do their job. As that one's hit, Tapper to short, Valinch on to first in time. That's out number 1. The Warriors now down to their last 2 outs of senior day.
That's a great job from that infield. Just a little tapper, little bounce, but it was a great field and a great throw.
And now Nikolai French steps into the box with 1 out in the bottom half of the 7th inning here. French look to add on to his already 2 for 3 day with 2 doubles and keep the Warriors' hopes alive by getting on base.
Yeah, he's had a great day. It's unfortunate that
as that one's hit hard to third, injuring over to first, retired is French. Now the Warriors down to their last out. Michael Zimmerman stepping into the box, as we'll see a pinch runner for Zimmerman. Not Zimmerman coming up to the plate. We'll actually see number 21, the senior Grant Gunderson. Gunderson not getting a lot of at-bats this season, but Coach Shields giving him a chance here on senior day to keep the hopes alive for the Warriors.
Yeah, that's a good deed from Coach Shields, just getting some of his seniors in that don't get too much playing time, giving them one last at-bat at home.
As Gunderson takes that pitch high, ball number 1. What a thing it would be if Gunderson were able to get a hit in his last at-bat as a Warrior here at home and keep the hopes alive, down 4.
Yeah, that'd be huge for him.
As he swings out of his shoes there, that's a strike on that swing and a miss. Now evening the count out at 1-1. Gunderson will look on to Callhorn. That one's hit sharply to short. Valinch over to Fitzpatrick. In time, that ends the game. Warriors drop this one on senior day. They'll drop below 500. Another struggle-some game for the Warriors.
Yeah, and I mean, it all just comes back to those runners left on base. You had, I think, 5 people left on base for the Warriors. That's just something you can't have. You've got to bat those people, and you've got to get those RBIs. Papillion-LaVista just doing what they do, coming out here, getting a good win. Waller pitching a great game. Callhorn coming in, finishing it off for the Titans, and a disappointing loss for the Warriors, but see what they can do.
And if you're a guy that looks at pitching, you look back to those 5th and 6th innings where Gouda gave up 2 runs in both of those innings. That's the difference in this game. Those are the 4 runs that prevented the Warriors from being able to take this one.
Yeah, and you also have to look at a lot of the errors. the Warriors made a lot of errors in the infield, and that's one reason why they were able to put up 5. I think if you eliminate those errors, you probably would have a closer game, maybe 3-1.
We thank you for tuning in here on Westside Senior Day, but that will close the end of our baseball season broadcast. We will stay here live on air for just a few minutes for the Senior Day, as we thank all of the seniors on this Westside team for all of their hard work, their 4 years of playing baseball here at the Warriors.
Yeah, and that's going to do it for me and Zach, though. We will hopefully see you guys some other time, but as for now, we are going to sign off and let you guys enjoy this Senior Day presentation.
We thank you for tuning in. This has been Zach Kastrick alongside with me, Aidan Dunlap. We close out this baseball season. Tough season for the Warriors, but we thank you for following this team all year, as we have a couple more games for the Warriors away as they head into district play, as they look to maybe hope for a state run, which we'll see later on. But that'll be all for me and Aidan Dunlap. We say goodbye. Thank you for tuning in.
Families for supporting each athlete during their time at Westside High School. These seniors truly appreciate their families for all the sacrifices they made so they could play sports right here at Westside. The seniors would also like to thank their coaches and teammates for a great high school experience. Each family will receive a small gift as an appreciation for all your support for Westside Athletics. So tonight, we recognize the following. We'll go in numerical order. Number 1, Ty Chelino. Ty is the son of Amy Ecker and Bo Chelino. He plans to attend Simpson College to play baseball and major in communications. Number 6, Davison Kryling. Davison is the son of Brandon and Jody Kryling. He plans to attend the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. He will major in broadcasting. Number 7, Henry Kunison. Henry is the son of Randy and Dawn Kunison and plans to study diesel mechanics at Iowa Western in the fall. Number 8, Max Coughlin. Max is the son of Jim and Heidi Coughlin. He plans to attend Northeast Community College, where he'll study broadcasting and play baseball. Number 11, Michael Zimmerman. Michael is the son of Dale and Riza Zimmerman. He plans to study exercise science at University of Sioux Falls and play baseball. The person who has influenced him the most is his youth coach. Michael said he had taught him everything he knows about the game and is the smartest guy he's aware of when it comes to baseball. Number 14, Oscar Perizek. Oscar is the son of Andy and Paula Perizek. He plans to attend UNL and study civil engineering. Number 19, Andy Stokes. Andy is the son of Brian and Christine Stokes. He's planning to attend UNL and study engineering. Number 21, Grant Gunderson. Grant is the son of Brent and Liz Gunderson. He plans to attend UNL and will also major in engineering. Number 23, Jackson Guda. Jackson is the son of Rao and Andrea Guda. He plans to attend Grinnell College, major in biology and English, and will continue his baseball career there. And number 24, Jaden Salado. Jaden is the son of Tony and Wendy Salado. After high school, he plans to play hockey in the North American Hockey League and then play college hockey after that. He hopes to major in business marketing and management. Thank you for all your contributions to the Westside Athletic Program, seniors. Go Warriors!